All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all honor and glory to Yahweh, by Ahchyam, Yahushai, double honors to apostles of great millstone, and salutations to the elect, which we ought to be. Now, it's your brother Hawaii from GMS Chicago, and pretty much I'm doing a response video to the brother Jeremiah, you know what I'm saying, about how we got to, you know, conduct ourselves using wisdom, man, you know what I'm saying, and discipline ourselves, and because the times that we're coming in, man, the days are evil, things are ramping up, you know what I'm saying, spirits, you got whole new levels of different spirits that's coming up against you and stuff, you know what I'm saying, trying to get you to provoke you in the situation and stuff, to not use wisdom but to be in the flesh, you know what I'm saying, and we got to walk with wisdom. This is Colossians chapter 4, verse 5. It says, walk in wisdom toward them that are without, redeem the time. You know what I'm saying? So walk with wisdom, man. You know what I'm saying? According to uh, Deuteronomy, the sixth chapter, it says, is Deuteronomy chapter 6, verse 7. It says, well, verse 6. Pull it up. This Deuteronomy chapter 6, verse 6, it says, and these words which I command thee this day shall be in thy heart. Heart goes back to the word lob, the la, the ba, lob in the Hebrew, and it means your mind. You know what I'm saying? Verse 7, it says, and thou shalt teach them diligently unto thy children, and shalt talk of them when thou sittest in thy house, and when thou walkest by the way, and when thou liest down, and when thou rises up, meaning constantly in your spirit, and every day, you know what I'm saying, while you in the crib, while you are outside, while you doing videos, while you are reading your scriptures, you know what I'm saying, while you walk about in the streets and stuff, you know what I'm saying, have this wisdom constantly in your mind, man. Verse 8, it says, and thou shalt bind them for a sign upon thy hand, and they shall be as frontlets between thy eyes, meaning like glasses, man. You know what I'm saying? Like how you use a flashlight in a dark room and stuff. You use these laws, statutes, commandments, this wisdom in this dark world, man. You know what I'm saying? Because righteousness is the only righteousness and righteousness of this wisdom, these laws, statutes, commandments is the only thing that's piercing. You know what I'm saying? And while you're doing that and stuff, guess what you're doing? You're being circumspect, man. You know what I'm saying? You're walking wisely, and circumspect goes to the word to look about. You know what I'm saying? Back in Colossians chapter 4, verse 6, it says, let your speech always with grace, seasoned with salt, that ye may know how ye ought to answer every man. You know what I'm saying? Because with these different spirits coming up, you know what I'm saying, rising and stuff, as we're getting closer to the end and stuff, the more provoking they'll be, man. The more they hop on somebody outside is truth, you know what I'm saying, just to get you in a carnal mind state, man. You know what I'm saying, to get you to jump up at them, man. You know what I'm saying? And scriptures talk about how you come to play. This is Ephesians chapter 5, verse 15. It says, see then that ye walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise. You know what I'm saying? So while we on this journey, you know what I'm saying, everywhere we go, you know what I'm saying, in any matter of situation and stuff, whatever we doing, you know what I'm saying, we gotta walk circumspectly. Circumspectly means to look about, man. You know what I'm saying? To do it diligently, man. You know what I'm saying? To look about in your surroundings, you know what I'm saying, and also taking heed to the time, you know what I'm saying, taking heed to the different spirits, you know what I'm saying, that hop on these people and stuff, you know what I'm saying, you know, to be wise, don't walk as fools like ain't nothing's going on, this, that, and the other, you And that means that you're not being circumspect. So when a situation comes, it's taking you off guard. You know what I'm saying? Because you didn't have your spiritual glasses on, you know. And it says, verse 16, it says, redeeming the time because the days are evil, man. According to Revelations 12 and 12, I'm going to grab it right quick. It says, therefore rejoice ye heavens and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea. For the devil is come down unto you having great wrath, because he knoweth that he have but a short time. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, Esau, Edom, the so-called white man and stuff, what is he doing? He sends out his agents and stuff, you know what I'm saying? Just so they could come to us in the carnal way and stuff, try to get in our faces, this, that, and the other and stuff, you know, trying to find all manner of ways to, lock us up so he could take this truth out, man. You know what I'm saying? Flagging down the videos and stuff, you know what I'm saying? Now we got to, season our speech, man, a little bit more, you know what I'm saying? Because they're trying to find whatever they can just to stop this truth, you know? And pretty much all we're doing is the season and the speeches using wisdom, man. Uh, and then and all usually when it comes down to a certain situation, it starts with the mouth, man. You know what I'm saying? This is Sirach or Ecclesiastes chapter 9, no, chapter 19. So like chapter 19, verse 6. It says, he that can rule his tongue shall live without strife, and he that hateth babbling shall have less evil. You know what I'm saying? And it's a good thing. It's a very important to rule your tongue, man. You know what I'm saying? Because if you're in a situation where somebody is all heated, where it seems like they'd be ready to flip tables and stuff, you know what I'm saying? They come at you, the best thing to do is not to get up all in their face and stuff, putting your pants up. You know what I'm saying? Talking about how you ain't no bitch. You ain't no bitch. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I ain't finna let nobody do that to me, this, that, and the other. Hey, guess what? You causing that spirit that's already provoking you. You adding more fire to it, man. You know what I'm saying? Now you provoking that other spirit. You know what I'm saying? That's on that other person. You know what I'm saying? To engage with you, man. Instead of avoiding the situation. This is Sirach 28. Verse it says as the matter of fire is, so it burneth, and as a man's strength is, so is his wrath. You know what I'm saying? So according to a man's strength, you know what I'm saying, how great his wrath is. It says, and according to his riches, his anger riseth, and the stronger they are which contend, the more they will be inflamed. You know what I'm saying? When it comes down to a rich man, higher dudes come after you, man. You know what I'm saying? Or mess your life up. You know what I'm saying? Do all manner of things just to stop you from progressing, man. Whatever. And it says, stronger. It says, and the stronger they are which contend, the more they will be inflamed, man. You know what I'm saying? So the stronger that they are, the more inflamed, the more damage they can do to you, man. You know. Verse 11, it says, in hasty contention kindleth a fire, and a hasty fighting sheddeth blood. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to be quick to mischief. Verse 12, it says, if thou blow the spark, it shall burn. Now, when it comes down to somebody in a heated situation, you know what I'm saying? They on a hot spirit, but it's more on a hostile level, you know what I'm saying? Where they ready to destroy anything that's in their way, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? The wise don't blow it, man. You know what I'm saying? Because if you what gives fire power, man? Oxygen, man. You know what I'm saying? So if you blow upon it, you know what I'm saying, you'll cause it to burn more. You know what I'm saying? So if there's somebody in a heated situation and stuff, and you start calling them out their name, this, that, and the other, you know what I'm saying? Or if they look at you being hostile towards them, you know what I'm saying? You don't get closer, you know what I'm saying? You kind of like bag back, man. You know, you don't want to add on to their fire, man. You know what I'm it says if thou spit upon it, it shall be quenched. You know what I'm saying? So somebody who yelling, screaming and stuff. You know what I'm saying? You give them smooth words, man. A soft word. You know, instead of coming at them like you ready to fist up and stuff, be like, oh, I apologize, yeah, I was in the wrong. You know what I'm saying? You probably wasn't even in the wrong in the first place. But the thing is that that's executing wisdom in that situation, man. You know, getting out that jam. Because like came down to Jacob and Esau. You know what I'm saying? Esau was ready to kill Jacob, and Jacob put himself down in front of Esau, man. You know what I'm saying? And what was the end result? Jacob was able to get away from that strife, man. He was able to get out that jam. And you're gonna have to use that too, because with all these different, that's one of the examples. Because you know, you don't want to be bold in a matter that boldness will cause you to fall, man. You know what I'm saying? You want to be wise as a serpent and harmless as a dove. You know, I read again. It's Ecclesiastes 28:12. It says Ecclesiastes 28:12. It says, if thou blow the spark, it shall burn. If thou spit upon it, it shall be quenched. And what takes out fire? You know what I'm saying? Water. You know what I'm saying? So somebody who's rah rah rah. You know what I'm saying? Slipping up at the mouth and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Smooth words, down. Smooth words will get you out that jam. And it says, and both these come out thy mouth, man. That's why it's good to rule. You know what I'm saying? So when you're in a situation, you know what I'm saying? Or if you're the one doing this and doing that, you know what I'm saying? Somebody that comes up against you and stuff, you know how to get out that jam. You know, uh, it's James. This is James chapter 5, no, chapter 3, verse 5. So like it says, even so, the tongue is a little member and boasts great things. Behold, how great a matter a little fire kindleth. You know what I'm saying? So, you say the wrong thing and stuff, you can start some trouble, man. You know what I'm saying? But if you wise, you know what I'm saying, just say that did happen and stuff, you know what I'm saying? Because a spirit can hop on anybody and stuff to take things the wrong way and stuff. Hey, well, what do? You use that wisdom and you start quenching that fire, man. Oh, I ain't mean it that way. You know what I'm saying? Or I apologize. Or yeah, you right. You know what I'm saying? Take the low, man. You know what I'm saying? So you don't have to go through unnecessary things, man. This is Proverbs chapter 3. It's Proverbs chapter 3, verse 5. It says, trust in Yahweh, and Yahweh is who the world ignorantly calls Jehovah God, and Yahweh Shai is who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ or Jesus Christos or Yeshua, Yeshua, or Yahweh, man. The Lord is saying, trust in him with all thy heart and lean not unto thy own understanding. Because according to Matthew's, in the book of Matthews, it says that, watch and pray, you know what I'm saying? For the spirit is willing, but the flesh is weak. So when your flesh is at a weak point, it wants to get carnal, you know what I'm saying? And that's leaning to thy own understanding, man. You know what I'm saying? When the scripture says trust in the Lord, that means think upon the scriptures, man. You know what I'm saying? Think about using them glasses, man, so you can see through this dark cloud that just surrounded you, man. You know what I'm saying? Look upon the different spirits that surround you, man. Look upon the be circumspect for the things that surround it, man. You know what I'm saying? If you see trouble, avoid it. You know what I'm saying? And if you in the midst of trouble, use wisdom to what? Avoid it. It says, verse 6, it says, in all thy ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct thy paths. So all acknowledge this situation, call on Yahweh Shem Yahshai, you know what I'm saying? And ask for his help, man. You know what I'm saying? Say Azariah, you know what I'm saying? Which Azar means help, and then Yah at the end, means me. Help me. You know what I'm saying? Hawashaya, you know what I'm saying? Or if you with amongst, because the scripture says when two or three I got in my name, I'm in the midst of thee. You know what I'm saying? If you know the little Hebrew and stuff, you know what I'm saying? Say Hawashaya now, deliver us. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's and what you think when it came down to Esau uh, uh, catching up with Jacob and stuff? What do you think? What you think Jacob did? He called on the name, Yahweh Shemi Shai, and he called on the Lord and 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 asked for deliverance, man. But what did he do? He used wisdom, man. You know. This is Romans chapter 15, verse 4. It says, for whatsoever things were written aforetime were written for our learning, that we through patience and comfort of the scriptures might have hope. You know what I'm saying? So all the different examples that's in the scriptures when this prophet or that person was in a situation and stuff, you know what I'm saying, and they use wisdom to get out that jam, that's an example unto us. You know what I'm saying? Just like how Satan had came at Yahweh Shai and used scriptures, but Yahweh Shai gave the understanding of the scriptures that Satan was trying to use up against him. You know what I'm saying? So he wouldn't be tempted, man. That's exactly what we need to do. And Yahweh Shai is the greatest example, man, of resisting temptation, man. You know what I'm saying? And of course, all the other prophets, and and I ain't trying to make this video too long, but pretty much, continue to pray, fast, this, that, and the other, ask the Lord for guidance, you know what I'm saying, which the word guide in Hebrew is nacha, it's the na, the cha, and the ha, nacha, and, ask the Lord to guide you, nachaya, or nacha nawa. Nawa means, at the end, us, you know what I'm saying, when you're speaking, for more than just one person. And, and continue to watch, man, and pray, man. You know what I'm saying? Continue to do these things, man, so you could be circumspect to these different spirits that's upon you. I mean, upon you, you know what I'm saying, to be able to catch yourself so you won't be carnal or in the flesh, or upon anybody else, man. You know what I'm saying? Knowing not to, add fuel to the fire, you know what I'm saying? Or to be able to quench the fire, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna end it off with this scripture. This is Ephesians chapter 6, verse 10. It says, finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord and in the power of his might. You know what I'm saying? Not leaning to your own understanding, but trusting in him, trusting that he'll guide you the right way, trusting that the Spirit's gonna come to help you out of this jam, man. The comforter, It says verse 11, it says put on the whole armor of the Most High, that ye may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. And that word wiles goes in the trickery, man. You know what I'm saying? Somebody say something that make your flesh, that make you feel a certain type of way and stuff, or you might get defensive and stuff, but hey, guess what? It'll be wise for you not to get defensive. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it didn't rub you the wrong way, and it rubs you the wrong way and stuff, but it wouldn't be wise, you know what I'm saying, because you don't know what the outcome is. You know what I'm saying? Cast all your burdens upon Yahweh Shemi Shai, man. It says, having them spiritual glasses to see that, hey, that person right there, he got a demon on him. You know what I'm saying? Or to even have the spiritual glasses to recognize that something is messing with you, that you in the wrong. It says, verse 12, it says, for we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places. And what is these demons in Satan's job, man? You know what I'm saying? To put you through trials and tribulations to get you to fall, man. You know what I'm saying? But then that's when the wisdom come in so you can prevail against that, man. It says, verse 13, it says, wherefore take unto you the whole armor of the Most High Yahweh, that ye may be able to withstand in the evil day, and having done all to stand. You know what I'm saying? Like Jacob's trouble that's coming, man. You know what I'm saying? In the book of John, I'm gonna grab it right quick. This is John 15 and 18. It says, if the world hate you, ye know that it hated me before it hated you. So even though the persecution is here already, they calling us rapists, they calling us terrorists, you know what I'm saying, calling us bad guys, evildoers, this, that, and the other and stuff, you know what I'm saying? Uh 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 you know with us saying that, really, they just saying that they hate Yahweh Shah, man. So like, let me read this again. This John 15 and 18. It says, if the world hate you, ye know that it hated me before it hated you, because all we're doing is doing the same works that Yahweh Shah did. You know what I'm saying? Go out on the highways and byways, present our bodies as a living sacrifice. You know what I'm saying? Correcting our people, whether they hear for bear, whether they like it or not, you know what I'm saying? Because that's the true love, to make sure that somebody don't fall into a hole, even though they can't see it, or if they do see it, you know what I'm saying? To give them warning, so they can't say that you didn't do anything for them, they gonna, sorry, they are, with us having the armor on, you know what I'm saying? We gotta be aware of these things, man. You know what I'm saying? Back in Ephesians chapter 6, verse 13, it says, wherefore take unto you the whole armor of the Most High, that ye may be able to withstand in the evil day, and having done all to stand. You know what I'm saying? All pretty much with the John 15 and 18 and stuff. You know what I'm saying? People gonna hate us, man. You know what I'm saying? What are we doing? Putting on this armor. You know what I'm saying? Which is these laws, statutes, commandments, man. You know what I'm saying? They different examples throughout the scriptures of prophets, of the prophets that was getting out them jams, man. You know what I'm saying? By using wisdom. It says, verse 14, it says, stand therefore, having your loins girded about with truth, and having on the breastplate of righteousness, and your feet shod with the preparation of the gospel of peace. And gospel means good news. It says, verse 16, it says, above all, taking the shield of faith, wherewith ye shall be able to quench all the fiery darts of the wicked, and take the helmet of salvation and the sword of the Spirit, which is the word of the Most High, praying always with all prayer and supplication, which means to beg in the Spirit, and watching thereunto, which all perseverance. The word perseverance goes into persistency. You know what I'm saying? And supplication for all saints, man. You know what I'm saying? So the thing is that we want to have this armor. And what is this armor? These laws, statutes, commandments, our wisdom that the Heavenly Father had gave on to us, you Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians, and confusion of faces who bloodline go back to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, man. You know what I'm saying? Who are Israelites, man. The Lord gave us this armor. Let's use it. Let's utilize it, man. You know what I'm saying? Because with it close to being all until the very end come, hoping to be part of that elect number, that 144,000 or that 1/3. You know what I'm saying? These demons, all they gonna do is ramp up on us. You know what I'm saying? They gonna hop on people that's gonna hop on 2/3 of our people, and it's gonna hop on these heathens, man. You know what I'm saying? So we gotta have this armor. You know what I'm saying? So we won't get cut up to be a part of so we won't become carnal, you know what I'm saying? And unwise, and ungodly, and I hope this video was edifying, and I'd like to give all honor and glory to Yahweh, by Ahchyam, Yahweh Shai, double honors to apostles of great millstone, and salutations to elect, which we hope to be. Shalom and above.